Tim was recently promoted to manager at a bustling company. Eager to make a good impression, he decided to blend in by copying the habits and behaviors of his coworkers. At first, this approach seemed harmless, but over time, Tim found himself exhausted and overlooked. His efforts to fit in left him feeling drained and indistinguishable from everyone else. Tim's experience highlights the challenges of the "when in Rome" mentality, where adapting too much can come at a personal cost. This story sets the foundation for a closer examination of the pressures and pitfalls of conformity in the workplace. The proverb, "when in Rome, do as the Romans do," is often cited as a guideline for adaptability and respect when encountering new cultures or environments. Its widespread reputation suggests that blending in and following local customs is not only polite but also practical. However, is this advice always beneficial? By encouraging conformity, it may sometimes discourage individuality or critical thinking. The video explores whether adapting to every situation is truly the best approach, or if there are circumstances where maintaining one's own values is more important. This examination invites us to consider the balance between respect for others and staying true to ourselves. We invite you to reflect on your own experiences with conformity. Have you ever come across bizarre or seemingly arbitrary Roman rules in your workplace or social circles? Perhaps there was a tradition everyone followed without questioning, or an unwritten expectation that shaped group behavior. Share the most absurd rules you've encountered, and consider how they might reveal the subtle ways conformity influences our daily lives. Your stories can help illustrate just how widespread and peculiar these social norms can be. The desire to fit in is a powerful force, drawing many toward the comfort of social camouflage. Blending in with a group can provide a sense of safety, shielding individuals from unwanted attention or criticism. This strategy is often adopted as a way to avoid risks, allowing people to navigate social situations with greater ease. By mirroring the behaviors and attitudes of those around us, we may feel more accepted and less vulnerable. The seductive appeal lies in the reassurance that comes from belonging, even if it means suppressing aspects of our true selves. Ultimately, the pursuit of conformity can offer immediate relief from social anxiety, but it may also come at the cost of authenticity. Basic politeness is an essential part of social interaction, reflecting respect for others and their customs. However, when the phrase "when in Rome" is extended beyond its original intent, it can become a problematic life strategy. Adopting local behaviors indiscriminately may lead to the erosion of personal values or ethical boundaries. The distinction between showing respect and seeking effectiveness is crucial. Confusing the two can result in actions that compromise integrity for the sake of fitting in. While politeness fosters positive relationships, effectiveness should not come at the expense of authenticity. Recognizing this balance helps individuals navigate diverse environments without losing sight of their principles. Social camouflage refers to the act of concealing one's authentic identity in order to fit in with societal expectations. Critics argue that this approach does little to promote meaningful relationships or creative breakthroughs. By prioritizing conformity over authenticity, individuals may miss opportunities to connect on a deeper level or contribute original ideas. The practice of hiding one's true self can lead to feelings of isolation and hinder personal growth. Ultimately, social camouflage is seen as a barrier to genuine connection and innovation, rather than a solution. Blind conformity poses significant challenges within any group or organization. When individuals simply follow the crowd without questioning, innovation is stifled, as new ideas struggle to emerge in an environment resistant to change. This tendency also causes people to become invisible, as their unique perspectives and talents are overshadowed by a collective sameness. Furthermore, blind conformity can be subtly disrespectful, as it disregards the value of individual contributions and opinions. Recognizing these consequences is essential for fostering a culture that values creativity, individuality, and mutual respect. Conformity often suppresses innovation by discouraging individuals from expressing unique perspectives. When people choose to blend in with the majority, valuable outsider viewpoints can be overlooked or dismissed. In business, this can lead to missed opportunities for groundbreaking products or strategies, as teams may favor familiar ideas over novel solutions. For example, companies that prioritize consensus sometimes fail to recognize disruptive concepts that could transform their industry. In creative fields, artists who feel pressured to adhere to prevailing trends may lose their distinctive voice, resulting in work that lacks originality. Ultimately, the drive to fit in can hinder progress and limit the diversity of thought essential for true innovation. The paradox of invisibility highlights a curious social phenomenon. In the pursuit of acceptance, individuals often conform to group norms, hoping to fit in and be valued. However, this very act of blending in can lead to unintended consequences. As people suppress their unique traits, they become less noticeable, gradually fading into the background. Their individuality and potential impact are diminished, making them almost invisible within the group. This paradox raises important questions about the balance between belonging and maintaining one's distinctiveness. Mimicry often appears as a sign of admiration, but copying someone's behaviors without grasping their deeper meaning can actually be disrespectful. When actions are imitated without understanding their origins or significance, the gesture becomes superficial. Instead of honoring the original intent, it risks reducing meaningful practices to empty repetition. This lack of genuine appreciation can even be perceived as insulting by those whose behaviors are being copied. True respect involves learning about the context and values behind actions, rather than simply replicating them. Recognizing this distinction helps foster more authentic and thoughtful interactions. The phenomenon of cargo cults offers a striking metaphor for mindless conformity. During and after World War II, Pacific Islanders observed foreign soldiers performing elaborate rituals that seemed to bring valuable goods, or cargo, to their shores. Hoping to attract similar bounty, the islanders meticulously replicated these rituals, constructing makeshift airstrips and control towers from local materials. However, without understanding the true purpose behind the soldiers' actions, their efforts yielded no results. This story highlights the risks of imitation without comprehension, reminding us that blindly following routines or traditions can lead to wasted effort and missed opportunities for genuine progress. In many organizations, workplace rituals are followed with little reflection on their actual purpose or effectiveness. Employees often participate in meetings, adopt jargon, or adhere to routines simply because these practices have become ingrained in the corporate culture. This tendency can result in what is known as a cargo cult mentality, where actions are imitated without understanding their underlying value. As a consequence, conformity is prioritized over genuine productivity or innovation. Such habits can stifle creativity and prevent meaningful improvements. By critically examining these rituals, companies have the opportunity to foster a more purposeful and dynamic work environment. Imagine approaching group dynamics not as someone who blindly follows or defiantly resists, but as a detective intent on uncovering the underlying motivations. This mindset encourages curiosity and observation, prompting you to ask why people act the way they do within a group. By seeking to understand the reasons behind collective behaviors, you gain valuable insights that can inform your own choices. Rather than reacting impulsively, you analyze patterns and consider the context. This approach fosters deeper awareness and helps you navigate social situations with greater confidence and clarity. Adopting a detective approach means looking beyond the surface of cultural norms and traditions. By observing behaviors closely, asking thoughtful questions, and analyzing the underlying reasons, we can uncover the logic, political influences, or cultural factors that shape group actions. This method encourages curiosity and critical thinking, helping us to understand not just what people do, but why they do it. Often, cultural practices have deep historical roots or serve specific social functions. Through careful investigation, we gain insights into the motivations and pressures that guide communities, leading to a more nuanced appreciation of diversity. In many workplaces, rituals and routines often become ingrained over time, sometimes without clear explanation. By applying the detective method, employees can investigate the underlying reasons for these practices, uncovering their original purposes and current relevance. This deeper understanding allows individuals to distinguish between traditions that add value and those that may be outdated or inefficient. When employees grasp the true motivations behind workplace rituals, they are better equipped to contribute meaningfully and propose thoughtful improvements. Such insight fosters a culture of positive change, where modifications are made with respect for both history and future goals. Ultimately, this approach encourages collaboration and innovation, benefiting both the organization and its members. Curiosity and respectful dissent are powerful forces for progress. When individuals challenge established norms and seek deeper understanding, they often uncover new perspectives and solutions. These actions not only drive innovation but also encourage groups to adapt and grow. By questioning the status quo in a thoughtful manner, people can inspire meaningful change. Over time, it is often these curious and courageous voices that leave a lasting impact, shaping the future for the better. In summary, it's important to recognize the risks of following advice without careful consideration. Blind conformity can lead us away from our own best interests and critical thinking. By embracing intelligent questioning, we empower ourselves to make informed decisions and challenge assumptions. Reflect on the advice you encounter